Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we are breaking down a topic that every backend developer touches and many still misunderstand: JWT authentication. Not just what a JWT is, but how the full authentication flow actually works in real applications. Well, we will go step by step: logging, token creation, token validation, authorization, expiration, refresh tokens, and common security mistakes. By the end, JWT won't feel like magic. It will feel like a clear system. What problem JWT solves? Before JWT, many apps use server sessions. The server would remember who you are, usually by storing session data in memory or a database. That works, but it creates challenges when you scale across multiple servers. JWT is popular because it enables stateless authentication. The server doesn't need to remember the user between requests. The client carries proof of identity, the token, and sends it with every request. So JWT is mainly about 1. Identity proof on each request, 2. Scalability without server-side session storage, and 3. A token format that is standard. Okay, now I will present the full JWT flow overview. Here is the flow we will explain end to end. 1. Client sends credentials to login. 2. Server verifies credentials. 3. Server issues tokens. Access token, optional refresh token. 4. Client stores token securely. 5. Client sends access token in authorization bearer token. 6. API validates the token signature plus claims. 7. API returns data if authorized. 8. When token expires, client refreshes or relogins. That's the entire movie. Now we'll go scene by scene. Login step. Credentials to token. During login, the client sends credentials, usually username or email, and a password over HTTPS. Example: post/auth/login with a JSON body. The server then looks up the user, validates the password, checks account state, locked, disabled, or anything else, builds the user identity and claims. Only after that does it generate a JWT. JWT is not encryption, it's a signed token. The signature proves the token was created by your server. A question that I have in mind when I start to make backend is what's inside the JWT. A JWT has 3 parts: header, algorithm info like #S256 or RS256, payload, claims, user ID, roles, expiration time, and signature, cryptographic proof it wasn't modified. Common claims you will see: subject, usually user ID, AXP, expiration time, IAT, issued at, ISS, issuer, audience, and role or custom claims. Important: JWT payload is not secret. Anyone can decode it. Never put password, secrets, or sensitive personal data in the token. Now a very important part: access token versus refresh token. This is where real systems differ from toy demos. Access token. An access token should be short-lived: 5 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe 60 minutes. It's used on every request. If it leaks, the damage window is limited. A refresh token is long-lived, day or weeks. It's used to obtain a new access token without logging it again. Typical flow: access token expires. Client call auth refresh with refresh token. Server validates refresh token and issues new access token. Refresh tokens should be stored securely, ideally server-side tracked, and revocable. Calling the API bearer token. After login, every request includes authorization bearer access token. The API then runs authentication middleware, extract token from header, validate signature, validate expiration, validate issuer audience, build the user identity, client's principal. If validation passes, the request continues. If not, it returns 401 unauthorized. Authorization, roles and permissions. Authentication says, this is John. Authorization says, is John allowed to do this? This usually happens through roles admin user, policies fine grained roles, permissions stored in DB. In JWT, roles can be included as claims, but for advanced system, permissions may change frequently, so you don't want to bake everything into the token. Expiration, logout, and revocation. JWT is stateless, which creates a challenge. How do you log out a token if the server doesn't store sessions? Option 1. Short expiration time. 2. Refresh token revocation, server side list. 3. Token blacklist, less common, can be heavy. 4. Rotate refresh tokens, best practice for many systems. For logout, you often validate refresh token. The access token naturally expires soon. Common JWT security mistakes. Here are the classic mistakes. Storing JWT in local storage in browsers. Long-lived access tokens. Putting sensitive data in JWT payload. Not validating issuer or audience. Weak signing keys. Not using HTTPS. No refresh token rotation. No rate limiting on logging and refresh endpoints. JWT is secure when implemented correctly, but a bad JWT implementation is worse than session. So to recap, JWT authentication is a complex flow, not just a token. Login creates identity, token carries claims, middleware validates it. Authorization, check permissions, and the refresh token keep the user logged in safely. Once you understand this flow, you can build APIs that are scalable and secure. Guys, thank you for listening. DotNet in minutes. Bye bye. See you in the next episode.